Aloha! Welcome to Ahualoa Family Farms Mini Kitchen Series. I am Chef Renee, and today we'll be making a Mac Nut Smoothie Bowl. Today's ingredients include our gourmet diced macadamia nuts, fresh strawberries, a ripened banana, our honey macadamia nut spread, our local hilo honey, our Ahualoa Family Farms sweetened oats, hemp hearts, chia seed, as well as a fruit sorbet or frozen berries. Okay, so the first step in our Mac Nut Smoothie Bowl is to go ahead and blend any of our mixed berries or frozen fruit sorbet in a bullet or a ninja in this instance, just enough to get it softened so we can go ahead and spread it in the bowl. Okay, so I have some scooped here. We're going to go ahead and add it to our food processor. And as you can see, I still added some chunks of frozen berries in there just to give it a little bit more flavor. Now you can make your smoothie bowl with any flavor that you like. I like mixed berries, but again, you can use papayas, mango, coconut. I know some folks like to add frozen strawberries and blackberries, so this is what it should look like. So we're gonna go ahead and add the attachment, and this is why I love the Ninja, is because you just put it on, flip it upside down, and just puree it for a couple minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and blend the sorbet in our bullet, and then we're gonna add it to our bowl. So we're gonna go ahead and take our little bowl here, and we're gonna start assembling the smoothie bowl. So I give it a little couple of love taps, just to get the products from that's stuck at the top of the lid or on the side. Again, you can use a blender. I like this machine because I use it for my dressings at home. Again, I use it for making smoothies. So it's just a very convenient tool to have in your kitchen. So the next step is we're actually going to take the mixture and we're going to add it to our bowl. We're just going to spread it around evenly just to cover the bottom of the bowl, and then scraping the sides of the Ninja tool here. Beautiful. Now we've added our smoothie to our bowl. The next step is to add our fresh fruit. We are going to slice bananas and strawberries and top the smoothie bowl with our fresh fruit. All right. Okay, so there's our strawberries. Just like them nice and thin. You want them kind of fanned out because we're going to make a nice little detail on the smoothie bowl. All right, next is going to be the banana. Just an easy way, just take off the top of it and the bottom. Set that aside. Now, I use all my food scraps or my produce scraps for the chickens at home, so I like to set them aside. So we're just going to take our ripened banana and we're going to remove the outside, the peel. We're going to take off the little extra pieces that are in there. All right, beautiful. Now we're going to cut it at an angle just to give it a little bit more effect. So the trick to this cut is you want to hold it at an angle and you're going to go across just like this. It gives you nice long pieces just like that. You can always dice them in circles as well. All right, now that we have our strawberries and bananas all sliced, we're gonna go ahead and layer them on top of the smoothie bowl. So we're gonna take our smoothie bowl, we're gonna take our beautiful pieces of banana, and we're just gonna lay them directly across. And I like to just do a little effect. And in my smoothie bowls, I like my fruit separated. Now that might sound silly, I know it's a smoothie bowl, but the reason is because sometimes I want to just dig into a bite of banana or I want a bite of strawberry. I don't have to keep mixing the bowl to find it, but you're welcome to do it any way that you like. So we're going to go ahead and layer the bananas. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to cover it in all this other goodness anyways, but that is the bananas. Next is the strawberries. So I like to take them and fan them out and just layer them nice and pretty, just like that. And you could even do it on the other side if you wanted to, by taking the biggest piece and just laying it flat, and then just doing a fan effect, just like that. And I did face up. You can always do it face down. Doesn't really matter. All right, so now we have the fresh fruit in the bowl. The next step is we're gonna go ahead and grab our granola. Now we make this granola in our kitchen, and we also sell it online. So if you're interested, it already has all the texture and the sweetness to it, so you don't really feel like you need to add more. We add a nice touch of brown sugar and honey plus cinnamon, so you're getting all of those sweet flavors already inside of the granola, so we don't have to add a lot of additional flavor. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take a couple of spoons, and you can add as much as you like. And I just love our macadamia nut granola. It has nice big chunks of large pieces, some candied cranberries in there. We have some sunflowers, and then of course our oat. And we are just gonna put it right in the center, kind of like building a mountain. Okay, if they travel, as long as you have it in one area. Alrighty, gosh, it's starting to look beautiful. Okay, so now we have our smoothie bowl, our fresh fruit, and now our granola. The next step is to go ahead and add our chia seeds and our hemp hearts. Now, you're welcome to interchange any of these. Some people do flaxseed. I really like the hemp hearts, and I also really enjoy the chia seeds. They're both really good for you. So we're gonna go ahead and just sprinkle that very nicely around the bowl. So because I already have it pre-portioned here, you don't necessarily have to keep them separate, but I'm just gonna grab a nice little pinch and just kind of spread it around just like this. You get a little bit of both. So whenever you go and get a smoothie bowl from your local favorite, like Nectar Cafe or anything like that, and you see all these little things, that's just chia seeds and hemp hearts. Okay, beautiful stuff. The next step is to grab our honey macadamia nut spread. Now we make the spread here in the kitchen, and it's only 3 ingredients. So we use our macadamia nuts, again, that Gila honey and some sea salt. So again, this already has enough sweetness inside of the spread, so you don't have to add as much into the bowl. So I already have it pre-scooped. I scooped it with a 1-ounce ice cream scoop, which is super useful as a kitchen tool. It helps pre-portion everything, and it just makes it look really beautiful. So we're just gonna do a pretty little scoop, and we're gonna add it right to the top, okay? There you have it. And then we are gonna go ahead and top it off with our gourmet diced macadamia nuts, fresh from our factory. And we're gonna just take a nice handful and we're gonna spread it around. Now, if you don't like a lot of texture, use less. I like texture. This bowl is gonna be full of texture. You're gonna have the chewy oats, the cranberries, and then you're gonna have a little bit of sweet and buttery crunch from the macadamia nut. And of course, can't forget the honey. Now we get this Hilo honey from a macadamia nut orchard, and they make macadamia nut honey for us. So we're gonna go ahead and just drizzle this right over the top. Now, if you like your bowl as sweet as it is already, you do not have to add any more honey or any other sweetener, but this is just gonna add just an extra touch of sweetness. So we're gonna take a nice teaspoon. I'm gonna do a slow drizzle all over those mac nuts, mac butter, all over that fruit, and there you go. All right, folks. There you have it, Ahualoa Family Farms Macadamia Nut Smoothie Bowl. Thank you for joining us today, and don't forget to tune in to another mini kitchen series here at Ahualoa Family Farms. I'm Chef Renee, and today we made a macadamia nut smoothie bowl. We used our gourmet diced macadamia nut pieces, as well as our sweetened oats macadamia nut granola. All of these products can be found online on our shop or on our link below. Stay tuned, and we look forward to seeing you again. Aloha! Oh my gosh. Wow.